What's going on, guys? So as you saw, it's been a pretty busy weekend. Actually, it's been even busier than what you guys saw. We've hit several stores. This week, surprisingly, we didn't find any pops. We didn't find any figures, which is pretty awesome. Unfortunately, we didn't walk away empty-handed. I did get something in, kind of a mailbox. Thundarr the Barbarian, the complete DVD series by Hanna-Barbera. For the new school kids, the next gen, Hanna-Barbera literally made most of the old cartoons that we grew up with. Flintstones, Jetsons, literally almost anything that had mystery in. Scooby-Doo. It was insane. We did have other production companies, but they did a lot of the cartoons in the 70s and 80s, early 80s. So I'm pretty stoked to finally get that in. As far as everything else, so we didn't, like I said, we didn't get any Funkos, but we ended up spending money on comics. Literally, it was one of those, we didn't find anything here, we didn't find anything there, we didn't find anything at this place, so let's go to this, well, to 808 Collectibles, go visit Art, and pick up some comics. So it was Free Comic Day. Picked up the Monster High comic. Something's telling me, well, Monster High's always been a pretty big thing as far as girls go. Comics, toys. Literally right under Barbie. So I have a feeling that might go up in price, maybe. Also have the One Piece. I think this is pretty cool. It is literally a manga. You read it the other way. Also picked up the Star Wars free comic. And the Spider-Man free comic. And this is where things get a little bit crazy. Picked up the Transformers. Image number 1. I believe it just came out a bit ago. staying in the bag. Before we go on, for those of you who want to collect or reread the original Marvel Transformer comics, I almost picked up Transformer #1 at the convention, as well as Godzilla #1. But I think I can get Godzilla for a bit cheaper. Hopefully. But Transformers, it seems like Skybound is going to re-release the entire comic book series from Marvel. I don't remember what number it stopped off. I know it was in the hundreds. It's going to be in I think what they're calling well, I'm not sure what the word is, but I think it's going to be in a series of graphic novels. Condenium. So I can't wait for that. I'm definitely going to try and pick those up. Hopefully this week we can pick up something else. I did actually spend a little bit money on Amazon. However, that is to pick up the DVD cases, CD cases. Unfortunately, you can't find these things literally anywhere physically. And I want to try and start putting my cartoon DVDs, possibly my anime DVDs, all into these cases to try and make them easier to store, move. As usual, sinuses are acting up. No, I am not sick. It's just since I've had COVID twice, my sinuses have been killing me. Every now and then, for absolutely no reason, I'll either sneeze a couple times or my nose will start just feeling stuffed. It's mostly when I first get up from bed. It really sucks. Another thing I got was the Massiverse, Masters of the Universe #1. This thing is great. Zodiac, He-Man, the Netflix He-Man, I think, Barbarian He-Man, Skeletor, Trapjaw, Beastman, and Evil Lyn. Again, it's from Dark Horse Comics, and again, I don't think I'm going to be opening this up. Also picked up Forge of Destiny. This is again #1, Masters of the Universe, Dark Horse Comics. Most of the same drawers and writers. Two completely different series, though, should be interesting. Also got Thundercats from Dynamite Team. Never heard of them, but their artwork looks pretty cool. This is number 1. This is number 3 with the mutants, Slive, Jackalman, and Monkeyan. Need number 2 now. Again, I don't think I'm going to read any of them. Hopefully someday they'll be worth some money. Alright, so now we get into the real reason I went to arts. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. The original Marvel Comics, this is number 5. I love the living demons. Like I said, I want to collect the entire Godzilla Marvel Comics just to have so there is a backstory to Godzilla as well as the Godzilla comics. So as I was growing up, we grew up here in America. We have all these American things that are thrust upon us in society, and literally growing up with American cartoons, American culture. My grandfather died when I was 5, but before he died, as soon as I could comprehend, he started teaching me about the Japanese culture, his culture. My grandfather loved the American culture. He loved cowboys and Indians. And he got my uncle into cowboys and Indians, but since I grew up around him, he decided to show me a lot of the Japanese culture, and one of which is Godzilla. So I'm sad that I actually sold my Godzilla comics because it was his comics that he collected and gave to me, which is kind of the reason why I want to collect the entire Godzilla comic book. It's also the reason I fell in love with Godzilla. He sat and let me watch the original Godzilla movies, 1 and 2, with him. He tried to show me anime before it even, long before it became big here in America. My grandfather kind of wanted me to know both sides of I guess, my heritage. I am actually like five different cultures, but it was basically American and Japanese that he tried to endure into me. So I'm kind of happy I get to start collecting these things again. Godzilla number 6. Now if you look down there, that's Shield. Dum Dum Dugan. Godzilla number 7, with the first appearance of Red Ronin? Yep, Red Ronin. I remember when I was younger, I couldn't really understand what a Ronin was, so I just called him Red Robin. Also picked up number 8, The Rage of the Red Ronin. And number 9. So I need 1 through 4 and 10 to 24, I think. I can't remember if it's 24 or 26 is the final edition of Godzilla. Long way to go. But of all the comics, that is a must for me to collect the entire series. I would love to collect the Star Comics because most of them are not that big of a deal. Like the Animax is only 4. I believe the biggest one is Thundercats at 24. Other than that, Silverhawks I think has 7. He-Man might be 14. I can't remember. I also picked up another comic that I kind of want to try to collect the entire series, but I think it's gonna be virtually impossible because not a lot of people have heard of this comic. The Shogun Warriors. Picked up number 4. Basically, it is by Marvel Comics. Raiden, Votus, and Combatler, I think. It literally is a comic book series for the mech robot anime made by Americans. It is, I can't really explain it. I don't remember a lot from it. Even when I collected comics, I think I only had 7 of these Shogun books. But I'm seriously ecstatic to get to even be started on these things. Like I said, I don't want X-Men. Uh, kind of want to reread the original Transformers, but I don't think I want to collect most of them. I definitely want Transformers 1 and the Shockwave with the Dinobots, where he created the Dinobots. Other than that, I really don't know. I want the sets to just reread them, but as far as the comics, now with G.I. Joe, there are several. I, I don't want to collect the entire series, but there are several comics that I want from G.I. Joe. Not gonna collect X-Men, Spider-Man, not getting back into fully collecting comics. Honestly, I don't think there's any other comic that I'd want to get. I really didn't want to get any of the newer comics, but looking back at the old comics and seeing where they're at today is one of those. It would be bad not to. But anyway, guys, like I said, this is basically what we picked up this week. Not a lot. Well, a lot of comics, but not a lot of collector stuff. Or no Funkos, no figures, no nothing but comics. It feels kind of good. Kind of. Still spent some money. Less than what I was thinking I would. But, I mean, it's great because that means I can pick up my DVD binders from Amazon. Which is a weird thing because so one binder, it's a pretty big binder, it can hold up to 400 DVDs, CDs. With shipping, handling, and tax is about $33. If you buy them separately, 33, 33, 33. Two of these binders, if you buy it together, came out to $88. I'm just trying to scratch my head on that one. How if you buy one, the shipping is about half. If you buy two, the shipping is the same price. Little by little, hopefully I can get my DVD collection into these things. Hopefully make a little room. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I have a few binders, and that's definitely not enough. I've ordered 2 binders, and that is definitely not enough. I think that should do for most of my cartoons. I want to order 3 more binders, one for Disney, one for Marvel, and one for DC. My anime collection of DVDs, I think I'll need maybe 4 of these 400 things. It's a long way. It's gonna be a process. But hopefully when everything is said and done, maybe everything's gonna look a little bit neater. Probably not. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Be safe. Don't forget this weekend sometime is Mother's Day, so hug your moms, wish them happy Mother's Day. Work's been killing me. Kind of smashed my hand today. Yay. Would love to hear if you guys are collecting any comics and which ones. Other than that, this weekend we're definitely watching Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Got a few places to go. Things are falling into spots, so we'll see what happens. Aloha, guys.